Some of you guys have probably seen this commercial on the air. It's been airing for the last little bit since the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid came out. So now there are officially two players in the hybrid luxury vehicles segment. Lincoln MKZ Hybrid and the Lexus ES300H. And I figured since I have access to both these vehicles and there's no video out there comparing them both side by side, I might as well make one. So without further delay, this is a comparison of the Lexus ES300H and the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. Both of these are 2014. But before we get started, a quick disclaimer for you guys. Traditionally, I do a lot of tech review videos. This is my first attempt at a car review video, so I'm going to be looking at it from a general consumer's perspective. If you want something a little bit more technically oriented, here's what you do. Press the like button, press subscribe, close this video, and go watch someone else's. So I've divided my video into two different sections. The first one's going to be more of a hands-off, me not talking, you just watching the screen, enjoying some of the external offerings of the vehicles, and the second portion I'll come back in to explain some of the inside features. So enjoy! Inside of the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, you'll notice some very contemporary design cues. Everything is supposed to be nice and sleek and refined. Very minimalistic in a way. There's not a lot of buttons here. Everything is basically touch interface. The gear selector, in fact, has been moved to the side of the monitor, so you press a button. But besides that, everything else is touch. Including the volume control, you slide your finger on this bar. It's pretty responsive, I have to say, compared to some of the previous iterations I've seen. Same thing for the temperature, track skipping, and even fan speed. Besides that, everything else is controlled through that touchscreen. You have to press a little bit hard sometimes because I found that it doesn't always respond, but again, I feel maybe that was just the way that I was pressing it. One thing to mention is that it is very prone to fingerprints, as you can imagine, so make sure you carry one of those little cloths with you to clean it up if that is something that bugs you. So behind the steering wheel is where most of the magic happens for the driver. You can see all your fuel consumption and other hybrid information screens over there. You can also change your music from here. You can look at a few different other settings like your phone, your navigation settings. But besides that though, I mean, it's a pretty in-depth system that's controlled through your steering wheel. One thing worth noting is that the rear passenger will have a central hump to compete with for legroom. Jumping over to the ES300H, you'll find that it's a little bit more traditional as far as design goes. This includes a traditionally placed gear selector, all the buttons side of the vehicle, and I have to mention it is very roomy in this car. I'm 6'1", I can sit in the front seat and I can leave my seat there going to the back, and I'm comfortable in both positions. Everything in the infotainment system is controlled through a central gear selector kind of a thingy. It's a jog wheel. You can press it and navigate through the screen you see before you. Higher spec vehicles will have more of a mouse kind of a design where you have preset buttons that your mouse travels to, but in this case it's pretty straightforward. And behind the steering wheel is a more traditional sort of a looking HUD. You have the odometer, you have your hybrid efficiency gauge on the left hand side, but the most notable feature here is a electronic vehicle mode that this car has where you can force a vehicle, and it's denoted by this EV symbol on the left hand side. Press this button on your central console and the car will be in forced battery mode. The center back seat passenger will have a lot of leg room. There's no competing with a central hump. I mean, it's there, but it's about 1 or 2 inches tall. Anyways, that's been a very rushed, very quick and straightforward comparison of the two vehicles as far as the consumer is concerned. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If not, then maybe kiss my ass? I don't know. But check out my other videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy them too, and I will see you in the next one.